Q106.7 weather.
Here's your KQNK forecast. Bright sunshine expected today with daytime highs approaching 60. Westerly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Lows dip down to about 22 tonight, mainly clear. Highs level off around 56 tomorrow. Mainly cloudy skies expected. Mainly cloudy Friday with daytime highs approaching 46. 57 Saturday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Currently, it's 48 degrees.
This Kansas Information Network update is brought to you by Eaton Roofing and Exteriors.
I'm Britton Rucker, and here are today's top headlines from 12 News. Lawrence police say they've identified a suspect in multiple sexual assaults involving children in the early 2000s. Police arrested David Zimbrick on suspicion of multiple child sex crimes. Investigators use the same technology that helped track down the Golden State Killer. Salina voters will head to the polls in February to decide whether to repeal a ban on pit bulls. The city banned pit bulls back in 2004 following an attack on a child. The election is set for February 24th. And a trail connecting Lindsborg and McPherson is finally complete for cyclists, runners, and all who enjoy the outdoors. The Metal Arc Trail runs along the old Union Pacific Railroad bed. It's nearly 13 miles long. And in Wichita, Britton Rucker, 12 News.
You're listening to the Kansas Information Network.
Celebrate this 2026 holiday season by launching your family and friends out of this world at Blastoff Bay Indoor Water Park, connected to the Hampton Inn in Goddard, Kansas, where it's always 84 degrees and the thrills never end. Our biggest Black Friday sales are landing soon, perfect for gifts or to make a splash all winter long. Grab epic discounts on spring break passes, winter break tickets, and more. Visit blastoffbay.com before they're gone.
Brad Gazan, on Atlanta United, we know everyone has a ritual, a habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Find resources at georgia.loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
I'm Joanna. Your KQNK News is brought to you by the Norton County Hospital, providing the best care right here at home. KHP personnel assisted 809 motorists over the holiday reporting period. The Kansas Highway Patrol is releasing its Christmas holiday activity report. The reporting period for the holiday ran from 6 p.m. on Wednesday, December 24th through 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, December 28th. The Kansas Highway Patrol worked on one non-DUI related fatality over the holiday. The fatal crash occurred in Ellsworth County on December 27th. Preliminary crash log information can be found there. DUI arrests were 27 this year. 7 DUI arrests were 27 for this year compared to 7 for the years 23 and 24. 769 speeding citations were handed out compared to 370 and 227 respectively for years 23 and 24. Speed warnings given out this year were 784 compared to 326 in 23 and 309 in 2024. Safety belt citations, 50 were currently given out this year compared to 21 in 2023 and 14 citations in 2024. Adult safety belt warnings, they handed out 2 this year compared to 0 in 2023 and 7 in 2024. Child restraint citations, 9 were handed out this year compared to 8 in 2023 and 11 in 2024. The assisted motorists last year were 218 and for the year 2023, 449. As calls for reform grow, more Kansas nurses are speaking out about long-standing concerns with the Kansas State Board of Nursing, issues that some say have been affecting the profession for more than a decade. Earlier this year, lawmakers held meetings to hear testimony from nurses who claimed they were disciplined unfairly for minor mistakes, including clerical or computer errors made while renewing nursing licenses. According to those rules, the board has issued findings for unprofessional conduct for these errors, disciplinary marks that can follow them for years and make it difficult to secure employment. Nurses raising concerns say the disciplinary process lacks flexibility and accountability, and frustration has increased as more cases come to light. One former Kansas nurse says she was disciplined more than 13 years ago over an error involving her continuing education paperwork. After more than a decade and intervention from the governor's office, she was finally able to meet with the board's executive director to discuss her case. She says the number of nurses affected is significant and continues to grow. Family members and advocates argue the board has not acknowledged mistakes in how these cases were handled and says nurses should not face lasting professional consequences for simple administrative errors. Data from the Kansas Board of Nursing shows the number of disciplinary cases more than doubled between 2008 and 2012, suggesting the issues have been developing for years. Meanwhile, state representatives are reportedly drafting legislation aimed at reforming the Kansas Board of Nursing. Efforts are underway to confirm details of that proposal. The Kansas Board of Nursing has been contacted multiple times for comment on these concerns, but has not responded. I'll be back with more news after this.
Join our stellar team at Norton County Hospital. Looking for a workplace where compassion meets career growth? Look no further. If you're ready to embark on a fulfilling journey surrounded by supportive colleagues and opportunities for personal and professional development, we want you to be part of our family. Explore exciting career offerings and our comprehensive range of benefits, including capers, on the Career tab at ntcohosp.com.
Ranchers in the Red Hills, also known as the Gypsum Hills, are rediscovering the role of fire in restoring and protecting prairie landscapes. Unlike the Flint Hills, this region has not historically embraced prescribed burning, but growing threats from invasive woody plants are changing that mindset. Rancher Bill Barbie began using controlled burns more than a decade ago after learning from neighboring burn cooperatives. What started as a controversial practice has since become a local model, with more ranchers now seeking guidance on how to burn safely and effectively. Fire and grazing were once essential forces shaping prairie ecosystems. Without regular burns, invasive species like eastern red cedar have spread rapidly, increasing wildfire risks and degrading grasslands used for cattle production. Researchers warn these highly flammable trees can intensify wildfires and threaten nearby communities, a risk underscored by major fires in Kansas and Oklahoma. In 2017, Starbuck wildfire burned more than 700,000 acres and destroyed homes and livestock, including Barbie's entire ranch. While devastating, the intense fire also eliminated large areas of invasive salt cedar along the Cimarron River. Since then, water flow has improved, grass growth has increased, and the ranch's cattle capacity has expanded. Today, Mr. Barbie uses prescribed fire on an 8 to 10 year cycle to manage woody encroachment and promote healthy grasslands. Combined with long-standing rotational grazing practices, the land has seen dramatic ecological recovery, supporting diverse wildlife and improved soil health. His conservation work earned statewide recognition and led to a permanent land protection agreement, ensuring the ranch remains intact for future generations. With a succession plan in place, Barbie's approach highlights how ranchers can lead grassland conservation efforts while keeping working lands productive. The American Red Cross urges donors to make an appointment to give blood or platelets now to keep the blood supply as strong as possible in the final days of the year and into 2026. Types O, A negative, and B negative blood donors are especially needed now. Record-setting travel is happening across the country. With more people headed away from home, blood and platelet donations can dip at a crucial time when patients count on care. Bad weather or shifting travel schedules could force donors to cancel or reschedule donation appointments and tighten the blood supply. Make time to give before you go. It's a simple way to make a life-saving impact. Give hope during the holidays and schedule a blood or platelet donation appointment by using the Red Cross Blood Donor app, visiting redcrossblood.org, or calling 1-800-RED-CROSS. Those who come to give December 19th through January 4th will receive an exclusive Red Cross long-sleeve t-shirt while supplies last. As a special thank you to donors for helping address the need for blood during the critical until post-holiday time. Those who come to give January 1st through 25th will be automatically entered for a chance to win a trip for two to Super Bowl 60 in the San Francisco Bay Area. If you're unable to give blood or platelets, consider making a financial donation to support our life-saving mission at redcross.org. Upcoming blood donation opportunities in the new year: on January 9th from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., Jennings United Methodist Church. On January 15th from 12:15 to 6 p.m. in Oberlin at the Gateway. In Hayes, there are several options. Please check the Red Cross website. And here in Norton on January 6th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Norton County Hospital, and January 14th from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Norton County 4-H building. I'm Joanna. Your KQNK News was brought to you by the Norton County Hospital. You can call the Norton County Hospital at 785-877-3351 for all your health care needs.
Kansas Agriculture Network News.
Good day, everyone. I'm Greg Akagi. What were some of the effects of outbreaks of highly pathogenic avian influenza in commercial poultry operations in 2025? And what is the outlook for year's end into 2026? Rod Bain has the details.
It was one of the first things former USDA Chief Economist Seth Byers spoke about with the then-new Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins when she arrived in early 2025.
Within 24 hours, I was meeting her to discuss high-path avian influenza. So we started the year with egg prices at the wholesale level, which hit $8.53 at the end of February when she arrived in USDA.
Now fast forward to late 2025.
We haven't seen those same odd December HPAI outbreaks this year, and the industry seems to have taken some action to ensure that there are pullets in place for the new year.
Additionally, with USDA safeguards in place to mitigate HPAI outbreaks in commercial poultry operations, Bayer believes if current trends of less HPAI cases continue through the winter, consumers may see
significantly lower prices for eggs at Easter time.
I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
Clean Fuels Alliance America is welcoming the ruling by the California Air Resources Board to sunset the oxides of nitrogen mitigation requirement for biodiesel blends of up to B20 or 20% biodiesel in the alternative diesel fuel regulation. Clean Fuels first called for the sunsetting of B20 restrictions back in 2022 after CARB data showed the regulatory triggers for lifting the restrictions had been met. You are listening to Agriculture News here on the Kansas Agriculture Network.
Kansas hospital staff know the facts about 340B.
The 340B program allows our organization to offer and sustain behavioral health services both on an outpatient basis as well as in our family practice clinic.
Learn more at 340bkansas.org and see the difference 340B makes every day. This ad was paid for by the Kansas Hospital Association.
I taught for 20 years, until I started forgetting my lectures.
Eventually, he had to quit. Getting his early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard, but it gave us time to take control of the situation, together.
I can't imagine going through this without him.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Kansas Agriculture Network weather.
I'm meteorologist Laura Lockwood on the Kansas Agricultural Network. We'll continue to see mild temperatures early in our forecast as a thermal ridge remains overhead, many locations well above normal for this time of the year. Average highs range from the mid-30s to low 40s through southern Nebraska and northern portions of Kansas to the mid to upper 40s in southern Kansas and northern Oklahoma. And we'll see temperatures well above that as we finish out the year and head into the next. This afternoon, we'll have lots of sun, a few clouds, highs ranging from near 50 degrees in southeastern Nebraska and northeastern Kansas, from the low to mid-60s across western Nebraska, western Kansas, as well as most of Oklahoma. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy throughout the area. Temperatures dip into the low 20s through southern Nebraska and northern portions of Kansas, and then the upper 20s and low 30s as you head south into southern Kansas and northern Oklahoma. Thursday, we do have a cold front that will be sagging southward into the region, primarily impacting the northeastern quadrant, with that cooler air bringing those temperatures a little closer to where they should be for this time of the year in portions of southeastern Nebraska and northeastern Kansas, remaining quite mild across the western and southern portions of the region. We'll also see a few clouds as this cold front works this way in, but still looking quite dry throughout the area. Thursday, we'll see temperatures ranging from the upper 50s and low 60s in the northwestern portions of Kansas to the low 40s in the northeast. Across southern Kansas, we'll see highs ranging from the upper 50s in the southwestern portion of the state to the low 50s in the southeast. This is a Kansas Ag Network. I'm meteorologist Laurel Lockwood.
With today's inflation straining your budget, your Kansas Farm Bureau membership can help keep more money in your pocket. Save up to 75% off preferred home and office products with Office Depot. Special package pricing with Lifeline screenings. Exclusive savings on post-frame buildings with QSI. And join the Kansans who've switched to Kansas Farm Bureau health plans. And enjoy significant savings on nationwide medical health care coverage. Join today. For a full list of benefits, visit kfb.org/benefits.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas.
Congratulations on getting your diploma.
You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.